All right.
Let's do this thing.
Whoop, whoop. I mean, I don't have any cold open jokes. We use them all.
Is that how you shake? Like a bitch?
Why did
All right, let's do this shot.
Oh, okay. All right.
everything was in reverse?
Yeah. Hey.
All right.
Monster! I knew it would fuck you up. You were so close. You were so close to getting through it. And I was like, nope, he's on the edge. I gotta make sure he does not.
He was in the middle of ingesting.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say swallowing. He was in the middle of ingesting.
Pause, my
Yeah.
name. Pause.
No, I said ingesting. No pause needed there. I said
No,
ingesting.
but like that hey is so weird. He's just like, hey. He's like, wait, what the fuck? Mustard. He's like, oh,
Welcome
shit.
back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes at your favorite bar and rrestaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. Shit. Bam, 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 bam.
No soundboard today.
No soundboard. This technology sucks.
You still got to work on that. The Deborah Wilson.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
So-
for sure.
Yeah.
Man. There's a couple that she did for that stream that I'm going to
Yeah.
add for my
shit.
personal
We'll talk about that
stream.
more
We'll talk
later,
about that
though.
later.
We'll get back to that.
Hell
later.
yeah, hell yeah.
But for now, shout out to everybody on iTunes and Spotify, and to our YouTube viewers. What's up, motherfuckers?
Shout out to the chat.
And if
Reddit.
you got money, then listeners on YouTube, because you can close the app and it'll still play. So
Oh yeah,
that's only
yeah.
if you got money.
That's the problem I have all the time. Is I actually do pay for YouTube, and I forget that other people don't. So a friend of mine is actually the one that told me, like, yeah, you got to remind people they can actually listen to it if they don't want to pay for YouTube to be able to listen to it there. So shout out iTunes, Spotify, everybody there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back. My name is Rob on the industry perspective. Just your local bartender server here at your service.
You haven't said your tagline yet.
Oh. Huzzah! Bitches.
We are on location today.
You didn't tell them your name.
Yeah. I am Nando. Yeah. On location.
On location.
And you are?
No, your tagline?
No, I already said mine.
You did? Oh.
Yeah.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Oh. And I'm the bartender formerly known as P.
Don't ASMR these motherfuckers today. Get your regular voice on. Don't be talking all sexy just because you went a little viral. You bitch.
A little viral.
With some
Come on, let's not sell me short. Kidding,
what she
kidding.
said.
Wow. Wow. Well,
I don't have a soundboard, so I'm in charge of the bill today.
Speaking of selling short, how was everyone's Thanksgiving food-wise?
What a segue.
We are on location at High Tide. I know you said
for it.
on location, but we are
Yeah.
at High Tide.
Yeah, I mean,
AKA where I work.
Appreciate you guys, High Tide, for hosting
Thank you,
us.
High Tide.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Where
you
I
guys
work.
for
Appreciate
letting us
it.
come in here for sure. Yeah, but how were-
Thanksgiving,
yeah.
Turkey Day. Mine was pretty good. I can't complain too much. Thursday I went to the Inland Empire a little bit, it's like an hour east of LA.
Also known as the IE.
The IE.
That's what they call it out there. I hear
Yeah,
a lot about
I didn't
and
know that.
yeah, that's what when they say IEs. Inland.
No one says
Inland.
that to me.
IE.
No one says IE.
No.
Oh, bam. When I was in the IE,
I know a guy that used to say EI.
yeah, that's Nelly.
I knew it was bad. I'm just
Okay.
saying. I don't know what the IE is.
Oh, what's coming tonight? Tip drill is coming, but
It didn't come fast enough this weekend.
Yeah.
'cause I didn't make enough money.
no tip drill.
I need some more tip drills.
I need a
Come
tip
on, man.
drill. I
Let's
want
go.
a tip drill.
I wish I had the soundboard.
Yeah. Huh? But yeah, I was in the IE with family on Thursday. We're all over the place. I love it. And yeah, got the cake with family. Just really small, intimate. It's me, my uncle, my aunt, and my cousin. And we just kind of like chopped it up, caught up. Was really fucking full leaving there. Friday, had a Friendsgiving. Really, really good food there as well. Sweet potato pie is the only time of year I really indulge in sweet potato pie like I really want to all year.
Yeah.
It's really good, really good. And then yeah, I mean that was my Thanksgiving days, and I mean we could talk about the weekend after, but
Yeah. For us, well, I'll speak for me. Like Thanksgiving Day was pretty cool. I worked the night before.
Okay.
I mean, did you work the night before?
Wednesday I worked the day
day,
before. Yeah.
Yeah, I worked the night before, and closing down the bar just before Thanksgiving is always interesting. because you don't know who's going to come out. But in LA, everyone's from somewhere else for the most part. So downtown was really quiet for the first couple hours, and then you started getting people coming out a little bit. So money was okay, crowd was good, had a good time. So waking up on Turkey Day, I was just like, I don't want to do anything, but we still had so much to cook.
I'm just recovering.
Yeah, we had so much to cook, and we had already invited people over. So it's like, all right, gotta do it.
A lot of food.
Yeah,
and it's
it was
already
a lot
gone.
of food. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I was
majority
eating
of
that
it
shit, bro. It was so good.
Yeah.
Just in there.
Pause.
What
Why
are you
pause?
saying right now? What
Why
are you saying
pause?
right now?
I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing.
Well, you talking about the stuffing?
We did have a little bit of stuffing.
We did have stuff.
didn't
What kind of
last that
stuffing
long.
was it?
Just stovetop. It was the one thing we didn't make from scratch.
Okay.
I was like, I'm not fucking making.
I made
stuffing.
this nice
It's a wrap.
cranberry sauce from scratch. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Good blend of tart with some
Bet.
sweetness in there, not too sweet. Some creamy garlic mashed potatoes.
Just feel
nice
like you're
and
making everything sexual right now.
nice and creamy.
Yeah.
You know, and the mac and cheese, had that nice crust on there where you scrape the knife over and it goes, and then when you dig in there, it's just cheesy as hell.
Like that wop sound.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
But yeah, so the rest of Thanksgiving was good as well.
I was gonna see where we landed with
It was
that
a
one.
good time.
Yeah.
It was a good time. It was a good time, man. It was a
I'm
good
just
time.
whispering, talking about how good the food is. You know, the Puerto Rican rice. Once that sofrito hit with that sizzle, you can smell it.
This motherfucker's on one today.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow.
cool.
Just like
It's what it is.
on his ASMR
Fuck it,
shit.
we're doing it live.
Okay. Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
How was the rest of your Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Other than slowly talking into the mic.
Yeah.
The rest of my Thanksgiving, it was cool, I guess. You know, nothing major.
Oh yeah. We still got to talk about that later. Fuck that.
Nothing major. We'll
Nice.
get to that.
Fuck that. Yeah.
Okay.
I would have liked to. Well, not for me, but I know you would have liked to have at least been able to go home. And there were other people who, like one of our friends, shout out to MP, he came through as well, and y'all had like damn near 2-hour conversation just about Chicago.
We were just
and
talking
shit.
about Chicago shit.
Yeah.
Just like different local spots. Because he had, because the conversation came up about Escondite right here down the street, which is a Chicago bar. Owner's from I think he's from the south side of Chicago. So Sox fan, cool person. He's cool with Brandon, the owner of High Tide.
Yeah.
And I was telling him, like, yeah, there's this place. He's like, oh, I've heard about it. I'm like, yeah, they got beef, they got this and that. And then I said they got pizza puffs. And he's like, what? I was like, pizza puffs. He's like,
got
nah.
serious.
He's like, you lying. He's like, no way in hell. I was like, pizza puffs. He's like, the fucking thing. I was like, yes, exactly what you're talking about.
Wait, can you slow up
Everything.
again? Pizza what?
Pizza puffs.
Pizza
It's
puffs.
basically for the uninitiated, which is everybody in Los Angeles. It is basically, the best way I could describe it is think of it as like a really big Tostinos pizza, like the little pizza rolls.
Yeah.
Think about just like a really big one of
I'm
that.
sold.
And it's really good. And he didn't believe me, so I'm like, all right, we're gonna have to go. I'm gonna show you. And then you're also gonna have a shot of Malort because he's never had it.
Dude,
So-
you and this fucking Malort, dude. It's okay. Like some people can live without Malort.
Apparently he can't.
No, I can. It's just when people haven't had it, especially from being Chicago, I'm like, you got to try it. You got to.
I'm waiting until I go to Chicago.
Yeah, that's totally.
I've had it.
I get that.
Numerous times.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a nice experience. Like, ooh,
It's not a
but
nice experience. It's a terrible experience.
It's just really like sewer water down your
It's the
throat.
Fernet of Chicago.
Yeah,
I
that is
don't
the best
mind
way to
Fernet.
describe it.
Yeah, because you've had enough of it.
It
My
is the
first couple
Fernet.
times having Fernet, I
Chicago.
just was not,
Really?
didn't like it. But now I love
But
Fernet.
it's just a thing that you do. Like
Yeah.
you don't like it, but you got to do it.
yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
There was a joke in there that I was going to throw in there, but maybe not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's not get canceled as you're on your ascension.
There was a pegging joke in there somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, it's no longer new for Disney. Is it new for you?
Deadpool reference. Go watch Deadpool and Wolverine.
There we go.
Deadpool Wolverine on Disney Plus. Check it out.
Please
Check
check,
it
it
out.
out if you
Free promo.
haven't. Who hasn't seen
I don't
this?
know.
Everyone should see it. Watch it again.
Most of our fans have seen Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah,
They should
I
have.
believe so, yeah.
If they're fans of us.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what show you're on. God damn. You gotta
Yeah.
know what show you're on, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to go to Chicago like next year, next summer, hopefully.
Bet.
And finally get this Malort thing out of the way.
Just knock it out.
Yeah, and then if I'm being forced into it, it's like, all right, I'll participate.
Right.
But yeah, I'm tired of hearing about it. I will say that. But I think it's mostly because I haven't had it yet.
Yeah, and you're just like, guys, I'm not gonna have it until I go to Chicago.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because then it'll stay in my mind, oh, I had this shot there, so I'll think of Chicago, and then depending on when you went there, you're also thinking about the time of year that you were there and what was going on. Like I said, I want to go during the summer because I've been to Chicago a handful of times, but I've never gotten to actually really experience Chicago because like my first time there, it was during the winter, like around this time of year.
Yeah.
And another time,
that's horrible.
yeah, it was bad. I mean, it was enjoyable.
Yes.
But I didn't get to go do anything.
Right.
And same thing with the second and third times I was there. I was just there when it was like rainy and cold. Didn't get to experience anything there. So I want to go during the summer. That way it's like even if the shot tastes like ass, it's summer ass.
Yeah.
It's breezy. You know what I'm saying? Got something like that.
Summer
So just think of the season.
I don't know. Summer ass in Chicago is pretty swampy because of the weather.
It's mad humid.
That's
I
fine.
don't think that's.
Oh, he said, let me taste your day, baby.
Yeah, depending on who she is, I might.
Okay.
But
Damn, you've been walking to North Ave Beach. Shit, I can taste it.
I don't even know what that
A
means.
little salty.
But oh,
It's a lake, so it's not salty.
Oh, fresh water?
Well,
Wow.
probably
fresh
not
ass
that.
out there?
Probably not that fresh. I mean,
It's, yeah.
it is the home of Al Capone, so bodies and shit in there.
Bodies on bodies on bodies on. Okay.
Bodies.
I really do believe that for a lot of people, especially lately, that it's been not just a sensory thing, it's about memories.
Yes.
So when they come into a place, they want to have memories. So if you go in there during a certain time of year, like say right now, holiday season, you're going to have more seasonal menus, like seasonal cocktails,
Yeah.
stuff that just pop up out of nowhere.
Fucking hate seasonal cocktails. So I just gotta
Okay.
say that. Let me get that out
Tell
right
me
now.
about it.
Fucking hate seasonal cocktails. Here's the thing.
Go off, Rob.
No, some of them are actually kind of enjoyable. I like Christmas season. I like the holiday season. I love the music. Oh
fun.
man, I'm a sucker for Christmas
I
fucking
hate
music.
Christmas music.
I get it. I will contextualize why I like holiday music. I used to work at Staples. Did I explain this last time?
No.
You
Okay,
have-
let's explain it again.
Okay, cool.
I don't
I used to
know.
work at Staples, and basically, when you're just working
I
at
used to work at
Staples,
Staples and I used to work at Target.
really,
Yeah.
I used to work at Forever 21.
not the same.
Yeah.
All retail. The fuck? It's
I
all
don't know.
retail.
I felt like, don't get in on this shit.
It's retail. What do you mean?
Forever
It's not the same
21
level.
is no,
It's
bro.
retail.
It's like
not
you're
the
working
same
at an
level.
Abercrombie and Fitch.
You've never
or
done
something.
Forever 21 on Black Friday.
It sounds horrible.
No, I
It's
actually
terrible.
No. It's not that I haven't done it, but I had a girlfriend at the time who was a manager of a Forever 21 for a whole year. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. Staples, Target is different.
Not only that,
Big box store shit.
I work at Staples during back to school.
Yeah.
Do you know how horrifying that was when the mother comes in and is like, I need this very specific workbook for a first grader and I need it now. And then you go into the stock room, which has no fucking organization to it. And you got to dig through boxes to try to find this one goddamn workbook because the goddamn SKU says that we have 5 of them in stock.
Right.
And I fucked up because she saw that we actually have 5 of them in stock.
I do,
Right.
actually.
And he
because
just has to fold shirts.
No.
Yes, it's about-
No, hold on. No, I know exactly
egging
what you
everybody
mean.
on today.
Because
I love this. I feel like the
because
Grinch.
during that back to school time shit is when we would change the whole floor plan and the clothes in the store. So then some of
Okay.
that shit would be taken out, some of it sent to another place. And yes, it's like, oh, it says you have 2 of these. 2. And
Oh,
this
yeah.
big ass fucking store. I worked at one of the biggest stores there next to I think it was the downtown one. I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, having to go and find that shit. And they insisted that they wanted it.
Yeah.
And then you find the one, but it's got missing fucking pieces or it's torn apart because some jackass fucking ripped it while they were putting it on.
Stock, yeah.
And then, so I know exactly what you mean. My good sir.
Yeah, but add electronics.
Yeah.
And home goods.
And pins and fucking random ass pencils that
Yeah, we had that in the checkout line. We had shit like that.
yeah,
academic
you had
calendars.
shit like that. But we had whole departments
it's
like
a whole department. So here's what
Don't invalidate me.
Yo, here's the thing. Here's
I'm
what I
just
was
saying.
saying.
This is bartender to bar back conversation right now. That's how
I know
it
you
feels.
had your struggles, but it ain't the same.
Like, yo, I worked a lot of private parties.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, it's not the same. It's not the same.
Here's what I'll say. This is why I like holiday music, because I was working Staples, and it's just like something about those fluorescent lights, and you just walking up and down these aisles, stocking shit, whatever, and you're listening to the same 5 goddamn songs on the Staples radio, and then Christmas time comes and they switch up the playlist, and then that's kind of where I'm just kind of like, whew, this is like just a different kind of vibe and feel in the store for me. It got me through some of those heartbreaking 5 a.m. stocking. Like,
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. And so from there, I appreciate around this time when I start listening to holiday music, and it gets me a little cheery. And I'm just like, all right, cool. But seasonal cocktails, fuck them. Because
no cheer for you.
No cheer for me. Because 9 times out of 10, they're just some bullshit that I work in corporate, so like some corporate fucking entity has just decided that this random drink that works for them and their home bar would be really dope. I.e., in our bar right now, we have an egg espresso martini. Egg espresso martini. So it's an eggnog espresso martini. And it's just like, all right, man, nobody wants this. Also, on top of that, they don't know how to fucking market this martini or like any other season.
I will say, though, it's not that no one wants it. It's that they don't know how to market it. I feel like your second part only cancels out the first part because it's ineptitude.
Yeah.
You know, no one wants it because they don't know about it.
Yeah.
But the amount of people that ask me for like a shot of Bailey's or something in their espresso martini, I'm not surprised that they
eggnog would work.
Like, honestly, I'm really not. But you got to market it right.
You got to market it right.
And you got to market it white.
Yeah. Fair enough. And then we have this other drink that it's like 2 ounces of Grand Marnier with a little bit of
sounds like an expensive cocktail.
Bro, it's called the Red Ribbon. With 2 ounces of Grand Marnier, huh?
Dragon Ball reference.
Yeah, there you go. He gets it.
I got you.
Appreciate you, bro.
And then what else does it have in it? Like some Pashad. I don't know how to say the word Pashad bitters. And then we spray Pernod because we can't.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Pashad.
Yeah, that is the Worcestershire sauce of bitters because everyone says it's different.
I don't know.
Pashad.
Well, no, I just learned about it. So give me. I don't. Yeah, and then I looked into it. And I read that it's like the original go-to bitters for cocktails before Angostura kind of cornered the market.
Yeah, Angostura came out of nowhere with theirs. It was like I read about it. It was like a competition. It was a bitters competition, and they just happened to win. That's why their label looks the way it does because it was a printing era, and they decided not to fix it.
Fucking hate that shit. Hold on.
Yeah, dead ass. It was 2 brothers, and one of them fucked up on the paper, and he's like, "Nah, fuck it. I'm not changing it.
We'll do it. We'll go with it."
Now that's why every Angostura bottle, if it's a big bottle, the labels never fit because they're like, no, because someone fucked up and didn't want to own up to it.
This
Take
shit
accountability.
irritates me so much. The way it does this, and they haven't. It irritates the fuck out of me, and I'm always just like this.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Fix it.
Well,
come on.
Try being at work at 6 a.m. on Mondays, and you have to actually try to count it and see like what the level of it is in there, and you're like trying to look around the paper. Eventually you'll rip the paper off, but now it's like, what bitters is this? I don't know which one this is. Look at the fucking top. You've been a bartender for 10 days, you know that this is Angostura. But they just don't do a good job of marketing these holiday cocktails. They don't taste that great. I thought the drink that I used to come to you with, the cable car,
Cable car
I thought it was
story.
a pretty good fucking seasonal cocktail. It reminded me of Christmas. I liked it. However, I was an asshole when I would come to a fucking bartender who may or may not be on this podcast and be like, "Hey, bro, you know how to make a sidecar, right? Switch that fucking Hennessy or that cognac and do it with a spiced
Are you
rum
impersonating yourself?
and a sugar." This is me when I'm drunk and I'm trying to impress some chicks. And I'm like, "Yo, just give it like some cinnamon sugar rim and do like with some spice rum." "Rob, we don't have cinnamon. You've been coming here for 3 years. You know we don't have fucking cinnamon." "All right, well, fuck it. Just do it however you think you should do it. But let me get that. And you know what? It's called a cable car. You're welcome." And then I just fade into to the abyss of the rest of like the crowd until I see the drinks ready. And you're just like, bro, your drinks are ready. Come get your fucking drinks and pay. Yeah, it was a busy Saturday night. I apologize profusely.
I knew I was in trouble because you leaned over the bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I was like, oh, this nigga's getting close.
Yeah.
He never talks to me this close.
Yeah.
Like, why are you leaning in like that, bro?
Yeah.
Going
All
back
right.
to the bitters thing. So it was Angostura and Payshoot were having a competition, and Angostura came out on top.
Well,
No. There
Bitters
was a
competition.
bitters competition.
So did it have a bitter end?
That joke did.
Fuck you. That was
Well,
great.
it's more that
Great.
you.
It was a great joke.
It's good.
was.
It's like you stopped and pulled
You were
us
like-
back in time.
Sorry, because I went to go grab the bottle and
To
I
make
I had
sure.
already had the joke ready, but then I wanted to showcase.
Oh
the
no,
bottle.
it's fine. You found a way to do it.
I did.
I commend you.
Thank you.
If you bit, you must commit.
Yeah. That's
Admit
fair.
to the bit.
I get it,
You
man.
commit to
I
the bit.
definitely get it.
Yeah.
But I thankfully have never worked in a place that had seasonal cocktails.
Even Beauty and Essex didn't have seasonal cocktails?
No.
No,
I
they're
am
too,
kinda surprised.
they're
Okay.
too big box.
Okay, they're
Or
just
they
kind of like
were
you come
before
to
they
us for
started
us.
closing locations.
Ooh, all right. Ooh.
They're two Gucci belt buckle on a Walmart belt.
Fair. But yeah.
Thank you.
But they're more so like you
Fuck
come to us for us and who we are year round. So don't fucking come to us for some special
Yeah.
seasonal
No, also,
shit.
we can't support it. We can't do anything.
They're
Everything's
the
so
little
rigid.
homie that thinks they're the big homie.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that I hate about my job and when they bring in these seasonal cocktails is they add into our entire like setup behind the well 2 new serves, a new garnish, a new fucking liquor, and all this stuff that we barely have room for to begin with, all to make one new drink. And I'm just like, why wouldn't we come up with a cocktail that uses the serves and liquors that we already have and just remix it or
And,
something?
well, that's where batching comes into play as well.
Yeah.
You don't have people thinking about actually batching things up and making it easier. They just want you to do it in real time because they want to save every fucking penny.
Mm-hmm.
But all of this penny pinching is actually costing you money.
Yeah.
If you're making my job harder, if you're slowing me down with all of these things, then guess what? You're not making money.
Yeah.
So if you're going to make anything, make it with intention. If you're going to make a cocktail, if you're going to make a seasonal menu, think about what it looks like on your busiest time.
Yeah.
Not what it looks like when you do R&D at the beginning of a fucking shift and there's no one there. Like,
Yeah.
and R&D, research and development, however you want to fucking say it.
Yeah.
But it's when a bar manager or someone else will go in during the slow time and workshop a cocktail and try to make it work. Okay, yeah, you can do that when it's slow. But at our busiest time where we got tickets and we got people all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, does this make sense? Is
Yeah.
it 6 or 7 steps? Do I have to think about every bottle that I grab because
Yeah.
my well is set up a certain way for on average 11 months out of the year?
Yeah.
So I know where everything is. That's what we're supposed to know.
Yeah.
Mental reset for sure.
Yeah.
It definitely sucks because I'm gonna jump in here real quick.
Yeah.
As you should.
I just remember, as I said before, the bar I used to work at here now, me and Malcolm did. And it was cool because a lot of it was batched. It was prepped beforehand. But my only gripe was that we all had to do the batching. So it was just extra work.
Yeah.
And me being how I am and how I learn, when you can't expect me to learn this whole, like we just remove our cocktails that we have and add they're all holidays. It's all holidays. And then we could still make classics and whatever, but it's like,
Yeah.
we just remove our main menu, throw in the holiday menu. So it's like, now I got to relearn these. You want me to study, you want me to do stuff for work that I'm not getting paid for on my own downtime. And that's not something I agree with at all. You should not be studying for cocktails.
Work
if you're
shouldn't have homework.
no, yeah.
Period.
I dropped out of college to not do homework.
Yeah.
Like I don't want homework. I don't care. Unless you're super extremely passionate about it and you want to do this, then by all means, sure. But if you're not getting paid for it, I'm sorry. Part of me thinks you're a sucker.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I stand on that. Like, if you're doing stuff for your job, you should be getting paid for it. You know, like they should have a system where you log it in, and then when it comes time to the test, if you did what you did, you show it on your test, you pass it, and then you perform. If not, then well, sayonara, I guess. But yeah, I loved everything about the bar when it would change, and I'm right there with you. Like I like to change the lights, everything, the cocktail menu, because here in LA it gives you that feeling of time passing by.
Yeah.
You don't get that
behind
here, and
the
that's what
seasons.
I like about it. Like, oh, our bar super set up with lights, and fucking we have a sleigh in the front, and they have snow
sleigh. Okay.
throwing out in the like with the fucking soap and shit like that. Like it was cool. Absolutely loved it. But just that menu change, I told him straight up, I'm like, I don't want to bartend. Put me as a server. That's the only time I was a server at that bar was during Christmas, because that menu change, it just gave me so much anxiety that I couldn't learn it in time.
Yeah.
And with the volume we did, I'm like, I'm gonna fall behind. There was a few times where I jumped in there to make some cocktails, but I was like, dude, I don't want to. I traded with whoever, and it's just But it was great money, great times. Just the prep pissed me off.
Yeah.
And learning a brand new menu while not getting paid for it also pissed me off.
Sheesh.
I will stand on that hill till I die. Sorry. I
Well,
don't care where you
but
work
there's
at. You should be getting
Also
paid for
factor
homework.
Also factor in for those who want to try to say like, oh, you should be able to just learn these menus and do this and that. But you're not thinking about the guests who come in, as we spoke about on our last episode. Guests come in expecting a certain thing. And then you, like you said, this place took away the entire regular menu that was normally there and replaced it with something else. And then they're like, all right, well, you're here. Figure out something you want.
Yeah.
Learn it.
Yeah. But
Learn the fucking thing.
But what guest do you know wants to come to a place that they thought, oh, I'm going there for this because this is why I go there?
Yeah.
What guest sits down at a table and then gets told the whole reason you're here, I don't have that no more.
Right.
But try this seasonal bullshit that we just came up with, and it's going to be gone in a couple weeks. Did you want it? No. Have you heard of it before? No. Do you even know what's in it when you read it? No, I can't pronounce it.
You're right.
But try it.
Try it. Give it a go.
Because someone in the back or someone higher up said that
You will love this.
because they love it.
Yeah.
And they know what you like.
yeah, take this shit. God damn it.
It's fucking
Take it.
weird, bro. But
Taste my menu.
pause.
I didn't
Maybe.
even
Resume.
catch it, but
Keep
I'll
going.
let them have it.
Okay.
Resume.
Well, yeah, just speaking to your thing, the egg espresso martini, that thing has about 6 or 7 steps to it. And none of them are really even like our regular espresso martini drink, because it's like it's a rum, so it's a rum that we don't keep in our well, so I got to go find that. Then there's like the espresso, so I got to go to the espresso machine to grab that. I got to grab the eggnog, which we keep in the fridge, that's not at the fucking well. The Kahlua is there, and then I got to throw in a dash of Angostura, and then at the end I got to put some nutmeg. I got to grate some nutmeg on top of it, and then like all these steps
Okay.
for a drink that it's
Like, no, this is something that's been bugging me for a while when it comes to nutmeg. Nut allergies are a thing. Am I incorrect on
it's
that?
a pretty big thing. At least it seems more in LA than anywhere else. But
Depends what kind
Those
of nut.
nuts are pretty big. They're a pretty big deal.
Depends what kind of nut.
Just saying. All right. But back to on some real shit.
yeah,
It is a nut allergy.
yeah,
And we are supposed to be sensitive to nut allergies, correct?
yes,
Yeah.
Sensitive to the nuts. You knew what I was going to say.
I know.
But if you are grating that over your bar mat and your ice is there too,
So, yeah,
your whole day's over. You grate one cocktail.
yeah.
I mean, if someone really has a severe nut allergy,
nut allergy. Yeah,
but no one seems to care about that. They're like, nutmeg, cool. Fresh grated nutmeg, cool.
Yeah.
Nah, if anything, have it where it's just a dust and we go over next to the trash can.
Yeah.
But even then, shit, you can't even get on a plane with people with a nut allergy half the time. You care about allergies until it comes down to your menu.
yeah,
Call it how it is, man.
Yeah.
You should not be grating nutmeg or anything else that could cause someone an allergy over a bar top that's not being cleaned for the rest of the shift.
And
Yeah.
also, you're not having separate glasses for that either.
No.
hell no.
For those that have the allergy, you're
No.
putting them all in the same thing, and hopefully the dishwasher, the machine, and everything is running at the right temperature. But I mean, if it isn't,
Working. Our dishwasher, our glass washer, damn near literally shot out a spark. I laughed at I laughed at my GM and I was like, our bar back looked like Raiden. because he was in front of it, and I saw it. It was so clear because not my back was turned, but he was like right where, like, say your can is, and I'm kind of turned to the side, and I use my peripherals. You know what I'm saying? I use my peripherals, and I just see this spark of light come out and hit this nigga in his fucking fingers.
Oh shit!
And he literally just went like, okay, what do I do? And I was like, unplug it. That's all you can do.
So you thought Raiden, and I thought Palpatine. Unlimited power.
Yeah, that was bad, man. That's a lawsuit waiting to fucking happen.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And I understand that for owners of these establishments that you guys got a lot of shit going on that we don't know about. I get it. But that's, as Rob said, man, that's the job of mommy and daddy. That's why you own the house. Pay your bills.
Figure it out.
Or like partner with us. Ask us what are some things that we could do that make sense to us that save you money, as opposed to you just deciding to save money and making our job harder. And then the guests don't want to come in, then we make less money. So now you're double fucked. And then you're looking at us like we're not doing a good job.
Yeah.
Maybe we don't have the correct tools. Right. And maybe there's a way we could do that if we partner together. And spend more time on your processes and keeping your establishment running than your seasonal menus. Because if you do that, you have less opportunity of, actually, no, we're not even supposed to talk about that yet. Really, let's talk about how motherfuckers come in, whether it's a seasonal menu or not, and then they just fucking lock in on you and you're their one bartender.
As the one bartender,
for the rest of the fucking night.
Dog. And it's just, does this happen to you too, P?
Like when people just keep coming to you,
when like they refuse to go to any of the other bartenders that are clearly more available than you because they just need you to make this drink.
Yeah, it has happened at a few of the parties, and now I can give a visual as to how it actually happens. So let's just swing this on over here this way real quick. So I'll be, can the camera see me? I think the camera see me. Okay, so I'll be like right here, right? Doing my thing. You got motherfuckers coming over here, try to right there, this and that. I've got a line, and they're like, yo, man. And I'm like, I need you to get the fuck away from me right now, because I've got 10 paying customers. You're either the promoter, DJ, whoever. You can wait.
Yeah.
You can fucking wait. If you're not part of the kitchen staff, you can wait, because I know you're going to hook me up if you're the kitchen staff. So, that's the other thing, too.
And you got to take care of your kitchen staff.
Yeah, of course. Of course. And I mean, kitchen staff, when the people that do the kitchen takeovers are, I'm going to take care of them
for sure
when I can, because obviously they're going to hook it up. But yeah, no, it happens. There's some people when it's super busy, because I'm usually working this main well right here, and it's the first one people go to. So I just take the lead on it. I'm like, fuck it. I know I can get through this line a lot faster than my other coworkers can, because they like to either take their time, talk to people, whatever it is, doesn't matter.
Right.
Focus. I'm right here. So yeah, when I try to send people over there's a bar outside, they're like, no, I want you to make it. It's like, bro, I don't want to make your cat like margarita. Like, I know you're tipping, but like, come on, read the fucking room, please, bro.
Read the room.
Help me. Where's my soundboard, goddammit?
You can make more than one friend.
Yeah, it's fine.
And you could be taken care of by more than one person, and actually every one of us can like you when you come in here.
I don't like the way they made it, so tell them how you want it.
Yeah.
Tell them how you want them to make it. Like, it's not that hard. Communicate, man. Well, I don't have to be your only point of contact.
A lot of people don't know what they're drinking, and they're just like, you did it so well that time, and you just did the thing. And I'm just like, I literally just follow the same specs that person should be following. But like, we're typically, all of us are capable bartenders behind here, and we are all capable of getting you your drink if you can communicate what the drink is that you like. But the problem I run into is if it's getting busy and I need to go onto the production well to kind of like bust out tickets or support who's ever on production, that is the point when somebody comes in that specifically I made them a drink 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
And like they remember me, and there's like, and then as they come in, there's like, hey, what's up, bro? And I'm just like, hey man, what's up? Little fist pound. I keep on going, making my drinks, and then they go over, they sit down. Literally 2 minutes later, the bartender on that side of the wood will come up to me like, hey, so that guy wants you to make the drink you made for him last time.
You mean that vodka soda?
Bro, sometimes it is really just that.
Yeah.
It's crazy how serious it is. Like, oh, you made that great. Like, bro, I just did 2 ounces.
It's just...
For me, it's like I just free poured it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's no different than what so-and-so can do.
Yeah.
Just go over there, please.
Just please ask them to make it. In this particular instance, it was a Mezcal Old Fashioned, which I did introduce it to him, I guess 6 months ago. But a lot of times, I don't even remember what I made people. They're just kind of like, oh, that drink you made me. I was like, 1, I don't remember you. 2, I don't remember what I made. 3, there are just literally 4 other bartenders back here that can make that drink for you. You don't remember what it is. I don't remember what it is. Literally, at this point, I'm about to make some new shit up just because.
I don't even remember the order I was supposed to ring in for that person over there like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You want me to remember what I made for you 6 months ago?
Yeah, bro.
I forgot to ring that in.
Yeah. Like, they're still waiting.
I got to remember what I just made because I forgot to ring it in. Like, I got to look at that glass like, is that... I don't know.
Oh, is that a passion fruit lemon drop or a sidecar? Fuck it if I know.
Got to look at the garnish.
Yeah.
Got to look at the glass and the garnish. Like, I think it's that.
You're trying to dissect it.
Yep.
Yeah. Or then you go back to the computer. What did I ring in the first round? I don't know. Oh, shit. I didn't ring in the first round. Oh, shit.
Go back to them. Hey, so what did you have?
Hey, so-
it was the and then you go like you run down the list. Oh, it was
he know how he made it, or
Oh my-
they point to the other person that made it. Oh, they know how they made
Oh
it.
no, I'm saying it's like if you
Oh,
made it,
you were the
and
person
you
who
forgot,
made it,
and,
and you
then
just
you come
forgot,
back,
bro.
you're like, oh, can I get you a nut? Because you're trying to figure out the order.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, that
all
thing
right.
you made me, the last one.
Yeah. All right, so what was it?
Yeah,
I don't
Brother,
know.
there's been
What
30
color
drinks
was
since
it?
I've met it.
Yeah.
I don't know. What it tastes
bro.
like? I don't know. It was good though.
Dude,
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're about to find out how bad my memory is because I don't remember it.
Yo, we are starting at square fucking one.
I don't remember you made it.
Yeah.
And I've made 50 things since then.
I'm sorry,
Come
bro.
on.
I've been a little busy back
Yeah.
here, especially if I'm on production. Oh my God, that is the time when people come in and they just want me to stop making all of these fucking tickets for the rest of the restaurant to help them out. And I'm just like, I am sorry. I am not trying to fuck up your experience, but I legitimately don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really don't. I don't. And
I would like to.
I would love to recreate that experience that we had 6 months ago. At this current junction in time, my brain is on the 24 drinks I need to make. And this other person who is dedicated to making drinks for this particular side of the fucking bar can help you. I promise you. They're good. They're great. Maybe they're not as good as me. That's up to you.
Maybe they're better.
Maybe they're better. Who knows? We don't know.
Who fucking knows?
Guess we'll never find out.
We'll never find out if you don't give them a fucking chance. Yeah.
They might have a better memory.
Yeah, they will probably
They might
have
remember you.
They definitely have a better memory.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you know how much I smoke? No.
You know how many shots I've had right now?
I barely remember lunch.
Yeah.
You want me to remember
Bro.
that thing I made for you back in the day during your birthday? I don't know when you were born.
Bro, I know I fucking
And
idea.
sometimes you might have been a dick who didn't tip on top of that.
Yeah.
That's
You
actually
might not want me to remember
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that too for people that would jump in the comments and be like, "Well, see, that's why you don't deserve that tip because a real good bartender would remember my drink." Like, shut up, you fucking idiot. Sounds stupid.
you would have remembered the tip as
Sound
well.
like a
You
jackass.
actually,
You fucking dunce.
a smart person would remember what they order.
if you like it that much, if you do like it that much, like I know the drinks that I really want over every time I come in, I want that same rum old fashioned made with that same exact rum. I know it. I like it. It's great. It's cool. And I know it because guess what? I want to be able to get it wherever I go in the future. It's a very simple concept because when people when people come into the fucking bar and they just like, yo, so like my homie back home at this house party made this one drink. It's called a cuttlefish. Can you make me a cuttlefish? Dog, what? What liquor is it? What color is it? I don't know. But like if you really like a drink, just here's an educational opportunity. Talk with your bartender that made you this drink that you love and find out how it is made. Maybe you can figure out how to make it at home. Maybe you can figure out how to tell another bartender exactly what it is in the future. Educational.
Or just remember what you order.
Yeah.
Because they will remember everything they ordered when they see that tab and they see how much it costs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, I didn't order all of that. How do you know?
You don't
We had to figure that out together.
Yeah.
You know, or just remember what you order. If you order this, 30 minutes later, you should still remember what that drink was.
Yeah.
I'm just being for real.
Yeah.
It's like I was at brunch with a couple homies yesterday, and we ordered some food. When we ordered a second round of a particular thing, we didn't have to say, what's that one dish y'all brought out earlier? It had the stuff on the plate.
Right.
It was stuff
Had those
on the plate.
ingredients.
It was it had a color. I can't remember the color.
And
It had a flavor.
It had that flavor too. You know that
It
flavor.
had a flavor.
Yeah.
That one flavor.
You remember what I ordered?
You remember what I ordered, right?
I remember the 7 plates I dropped,
Yeah.
and there are only 2 left. Which one do you want me to bring back, man?
know.
Like,
Yeah.
No, we remembered what we ordered. Like, hey, can we get another one of that?
Yeah.
And that way, someone else came up to take our order, and they weren't our normal server,
Right.
but we were able to say, wait, can you get us another round of this? Because
Right.
we can tell our server is actually busy with another table. They had already told us that when we walked in, plus we saw it, and it was
Right.
brunch. But if you don't know what you're ordering, how do you know what you like? You got to keep some kind of mental Rolodex of the things you like and
Yeah.
what they're called and how they're made, so that you can keep getting the experience that you want without having to wait for a specific person who may not have time for you.
Right.
Because while you are just so excited to come there and you want to get this drink or get this food or have this experience with this person, everyone else in the room may be thinking the exact same thing as you, and
Yeah.
they might have gotten there first. And I'm sorry, no matter how important you may be to me on a regular basis, this is a different regular basis. Because now you're just regular. You're
Yeah.
not a regular.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just regular.
Yeah.
So if you're regular to everyone else at the bar, you can get that same experience with all of us.
All of us,
But if
yeah.
you're regular to one person and they're too busy or they're not there, you're not going to get that same experience. But that's actually really up to you. That's not up to us.
Yeah. And the thing that I run into, or we all run into at my bar, is because we're constantly kind of rotating our positions, especially a lot of times I'm like the captain of the night or whatever. So it's like I come
Captain of the night.
the,
Jesus,
the
that's a
service
title.
captain or the bar
That is a
captain.
fucking title.
Captain of the night. You know what I
Fucking
mean?
Cape Crusader. Whenever you fight crime, they just hear the shaker
Yeah.
thing. And it's a fucking spotlight of pee like this in the fucking sky.
And I look up and it's like, sorry guys, I gotta go attend to this bar. There's a bar emergency going on.
Speaking
You throw
of
one
bar
of these
emergency.
strainers at
Yeah.
them.
Wait, real quick.
Speaking, okay.
Real quick. Yeah. So what happens a lot of times is because I have to end up rotating because my job is usually to cover all the different parts of the bar as people are going on their break. So at one point I'll be on production. Another part I'll be working this side of the wood. I'll be working the other side of the wood. I'll be on support, whatever. I'm just kind of like floating and doing my thing. So for better or for worse, people come in and they may start their whole experience with me. And like the experience is going really fucking well. And I appreciate that. I'm doing what I can to make them feel welcome, get them comfortable and all that type of stuff. But what happens is that person comes back from break and now I'm rotating to the other side. But because of what they're used to at most bars, they assume that I am their one person and point of contact for getting anything the entire rest of the night. And then I can kind of sort of see, and if I get a break, I'll go back to check up with them. But like I'm also crossing 3 other bartenders that can also be helping you to
Right.
get back to you just because you've kind of attached to me.
Right.
And I'll check in if I can, but a lot of times I can't. So it's like they literally look so pissed off at me because they just feel like I forgot about them. And literally the person that is now on that side of the bar, they'll like come to them. They'll tell me like later, like, yo,
Yeah.
I came to that person 3 times and they just refused to get anything from me.
Yeah.
And then I come over there and just like, thank God, I've been waiting to order. I'm just like, homegirl has asked you 3 times what you want. She is a bartender too. Please order from her. But like that attachment, and I feel like it's weird for me to have to explain to you how a bar works, that everyone that's on this side of the bar is a bartender that can help you. And they just think that like I started your situation, your experience, so now I'm the only person you can order from.
Right.
And they get resentment for me, resentment definitely toward the other person that is trying to help them, but they refuse to help them. We had to talk with a manager because somebody after the experience went up to the manager and complained about my coworker because they felt like she had an attitude about like trying to help them, and they were just like, well, no, nobody was helping us because I had moved to another side of the bar, and homegirl had gone up to her like 2 and 3 times, and they just refused to order from her, and to the point where they were just like, well, we were going to order shots, but she was acting kind of funky or something like that, and it's like, no, you just refused to get a drink from her, and at a certain point she's going to let you leave you be and be like, clearly you don't want anything. And they went and reported her to like our manager, and like it became a whole conversation about like, and they were just like, well, guys need to be better at explaining how the bar works, that like at some point Rob had to move to the other side of the bar.
No. Fuck no. Fuck that. You're the fucking manager. That's your job. You're supposed to explain how the bar works.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to work the bar.
Yeah.
Your job is explaining the fucking bar. So go fucking explain it.
Yeah.
Go talk to the fucking guests.
Yeah.
What else are you doing? You're sitting in the back all night?
Yeah.
Or you're going around telling everybody else to do a job that you could have done instead of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you people, man? Like, seriously.
But it also,
hold on. I'm not done.
Okay.
If you're fucking managing, manage. That's your job. If your guests have a problem, it's because you have not been as attentive to them. The reason why I have a problem with that is because at brunch, the person we ordered the second thing from was a fucking manager who was helping their server. They saw their server was in the weeds. They saw their server needed help. They came and they checked on all the tables. Do you need anything? Is there anything I can get you? We were totally fine, but they still took the time to do it.
Right.
So instead of going to your employees, making them feel worse, or waiting until a guest comes to complain, because there is a culture that has been cultivated to where people only feel comfortable going to one person at a time. They only feel comfortable because you haven't cultivated an environment to where everyone feels peaceful. Everyone feels cohesive. Everyone wants to talk to everybody. You got everyone so fucking tense that this person's thinking about this and thinking about that. So your coworker who wanted the help and they weren't allowing them to help, now they're stressed out because they're not being able to help someone. They know they're going to get fucking like reprimanded for it. So now it does look like they have an attitude because they're like, fuck, I'm going to get in trouble when I tried to do my fucking job. So managers, do your job. And employees, do your job too, because there are a lot of employees who don't check their tables enough. But I'm saying in this particular instance, I see too much of that. And when I saw a manager doing a really good fucking job, like doing their job yesterday, I told my friends who are not service industry, I was like, that's what a real manager is supposed to be fucking doing, man. Like helping out. Like by the time our server had a chance to catch up with our table, they came up to the table like ready to apologize. And we're like, oh no, the manager already took care of it. Like, thank you. Just that little bit of
all it is like, yo, let me put that in. Cool. Sweet. Y'all good? Sweet. I'll see y'all in 20 minutes. Whatever.
Sorry. That got to me, man.
No. And I feel you, because what I was going to say to continue on what you're saying is that from my gathering, I wasn't there for the whole conversation, but I feel like when the guest was complaining to the manager, they kind of took that guest side of it's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that da-da-da-da. And it's just like, it would have been a very simple like, oh, well, clearly Robert moved to this side. And it sounds like she came to you twice trying to ask to help you, and you weren't willing to accept it. Just explaining it in a very logical, you don't have to be condescending to them, but just explain to them, hey, you misunderstood this situation. This is how it was actually happening, as opposed to like, oh my God, you're so right. We're so sorry. Can we take care of something for you? Like whatever the fuck they did. And it's just like, yo, you could just talk to them like a human being and explain like, hey, this may be a little bit different than the bars you're used to, but this is actually how it's working. She came to you because she wanted to help you and you rejected it, and you shouldn't feel bad about that. Rob had moved to another position, as what happens at our bars. Sorry, that's a little confusing or different for you, but that's how it comes here. Don't feel a way about it. Good night. Have a good evening. Move on with your life.
You just got to stop treating guests like children.
Or royalty.
Royal children.
Royal children. That's literally how we treat guests. They walk in, oh, you're always right. Nothing you do here is wrong. Let's make an
Forgive me, my
environment.
liege.
Yeah, like let's
Pardon me.
create this environment where you're sitting there completely confused. You have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
No one explains anything to you. The most adult person in the room, i.e., a manager, could be coming by and talking to a table to make you feel more at ease. The employees could feel more at ease because they're giving the tools, they're giving the information to be able to go up to a guest and explain things to them to where they don't feel lost and helpless. Because it is very intimidating to walk up to a stranger and you don't know what you want and you don't know what they have. And you don't know how to order. You know nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it is very fucking intimidating.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm riding on managers, like if I'm riding hard on them as far as going at them, it's because the guests are literally sitting here like they look like lost kids when they come to the bar sometimes. And what are we doing to actually help? It takes a show like this to actually talk about these things and educate people.
Yeah.
The amount of people that like follow this show and actually will talk to me in person about like, oh, when I heard this or when you guys talked about that, like I never knew that. Yeah, it's because how else are you gonna know?
Yeah.
If their environment's not created for that or it's not fostering that energy.
Right.
You know, stop treating these guests like fucking spoiled royal children. You need to treat them like adults. People want to be treated like adults. If they're going to pay for something, they want to know what they're paying for. If they're going to drink something, they want to know what it is.
Yeah.
Give us the tools to do that. And if you can't do that, or if we don't have time to do it because it's busy, you find the time to do it because you're walking. I know that you got this server asking this and this person doing this and this person called in and this thing is broken and all these. I know all the things that you managers have to deal with.
Yeah.
Trust me. Of all the bartenders out here, who knows? I fucking know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there is another level of going and doing table touches, as they say. Pause. But checking on your guests just to see if they're having a good time. Because then they could have gotten ahead of whatever was coming on.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And I mean, I've been seeing a lot what managers have to go through because this past weekend we would deal with emergencies at the bar. And sometimes these managers, I don't care what, I mean, this particular manager didn't have much experience at all, but like even the ones that do have experience, when emergencies happen, they literally like crumble because they're just like,
Crumble or fold.
Well, I was
Sorry.
just about to
I'm sorry.
say it.
he beat you to it. How do you feel about that?
It's okay.
You all right?
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
we're good.
Yeah, and then so basically we had to deal with an emergency on Sunday. I had to come in at 10 a.m. and I'm walking up at like 9:57, and then literally there's like a security guard for the like shopping center area that I work in. And he's like, "You can't go any further," and I'm just like, "Sir, my restaurant's 10 feet that way. I just need to go in there and clock in. It's good." It's like, "We're evacuating everything right now." I'm like, "Okay, it is 10 a.m. What the fuck is going on that y'all need to evacuate everything at 10 a.m.? It's like, "Well, we're not at liberty to talk about it, but like everyone at that restaurant is being evacuated right now. You can go no further than this." I'm like,
You're not at
okay.
liberty to talk about it?
Yeah.
What?
America.
I'm sorry. Are you going to be at liberty to pay my fucking bills?
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah.
Can you go clock me in then?
Please, someone go clock me in because
I'll
I
give
am
you the
here.
code.
Not only that, but I am here for once on time, a little bit early, and so I need this to be actually on the fucking record.
Documentation.
Yeah, that I showed up on time for this shit. But yeah, so then everybody came out. Apparently, it was a bomb threat.
I
At
heard
like
about
the
that.
subway that was like actually below where my restaurant is. But yeah, so whether it was accurate or not, clearly at that point, police have to take it serious. They need to investigate it. And so that can take hours. And so they shut down all of the establishments in that radius. And then our managers have to like make these decisions about, do we keep you? I mean, like you're getting paid as long as you're waiting around, but do we keep you around, or do we just decide to shut down with the hope of opening 3 hours or 4 hours later after the investigation starts? And it
Should
was
just shut down for the rest of the day. Fuck it. What day was this?
This was on
Yesterday.
Sunday, bro.
Fuck it, man.
It's so-
Everybody's out of town for the holidays anyways. Just shut down the rest of the fucking
We
day.
feel like that. We know Sundays are already slow as fuck to
Yeah.
begin with, so that's how we
Yeah.
felt. but it was just like, well, we can't lose a potential penny that could be coming into this restaurant. I'm just like,
Bills got to get paid.
The higher ups.
Yeah.
The higher ups need the money for Christmas shopping for their families at home.
That's the problem.
Oh God, no.
But the other thing is, like,
What are we gonna do?
They were trying to say that it was for business sense. I'm just like, for business sense, you're now keeping, let's say, 15, 20 employees on like whatever our hourly is, while the restaurant is literally not pulling in any money at all. You're just keeping us on deck, on standby for the potential that we might open up at X amount of time.
Not to mention,
if you're not going to shut down for the whole day, just shut down for a certain amount of time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, just open up for dinner service. Open up at like 4 o'clock.
but not to mention, like, whether it was a real threat or not, that's also your employees, and that just shows total disregard for their well-being and their lives. And
there's a bomb threat.
Yeah,
Stay close.
stay close.
Stay on stream.
Just shut it down. Just fucking shut it down.
But
Fuck it, because you never know. You never know.
Literally.
It's like that's just total disregard and lack of respect, and shows that company. And I don't want to blame the managers entirely, because I know their hands are tied.
Yeah,
pretty
in
much
that
when it comes to
case.
that thing. So I don't want to say it's their fault.
Yeah.
I'm speaking more so for the company and the practices that they have put in place to not allow them to make that call. Be like, hey, look, we had to do this, and this is the reason why. Because if they were to do that, they would get reprimanded for it and get in trouble. And it's just a fucking trickle down. It's a domino effect. Like it sucks. So I don't want to say it's entirely the manager's fault, but like, as a company,
not at all.
that sucks.
When it comes to emergency things like that, like managers can only do what they can do.
Right.
You know, don't take the energy directed at managers earlier, as in like fuck all managers. No, I'm talking about the shitty ones. We know a lot of great fucking managers.
Yeah.
Like Jamie and Ruby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
But there are times where, you know, you'll have like, I had an emergency, or we had an emergency at our venue on Friday night, actually.
I bet.
It's around, no bullshit, it was probably around 12:15, 12:30.
Oh God, this is like your last push.
Yo, it's it's
Damn.
and we ain't been making that much money that day. So I'm like, P, I'm just trying to make money. Here, tips. You know what I'm saying?
What you need? What you
bro,
need? What
bro,
you need?
I'm just doing what I can, because rent's still got to get paid, you know?
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, whole room goes dark because power went out. So room goes dark, and
Did somebody scream? Somebody always screams.
Oh yeah, no, there was a birthday party in the back who was already screaming. So once the lights went out, you know, of course the tire jokes up. Oh, the drinks are free.
God.
Close my tab now. I'm like, all right, it's cool.
God.
I get it. You know,
Kiss yourself.
It's your first time,
Right.
I get it. I get it.
It's your first rodeo. I get
and
it.
To the people in your group, it is funny. I give you credit, because hey, this is what we do as well.
Yes.
You got to be funny, but.
On this side of the bar.
After the second and third person said it, was like, no, the first person already said it. You get one. The first person who gets it, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
they-
else, shut the jokes down.
Yeah.
He
Punched
won.
in the face.
He won.
He beat you.
There's no second and third place when it comes to a joke. Like,
Yeah.
move the fuck
Not that,
off.
especially that joke.
Yeah. And it's, I'm talking like a pitch black room, but
Yeah, that place is dark
because-
already. Huh? That place is dark already.
Exactly.
dark, yeah.
Exactly. But because our management had already given us the processes of knowing what to do, our power doesn't go out a lot. The manager we had on deck that night, he's pretty new and had never had that happen before, at least not in that venue. I don't know about any other venue that they worked at, but it went out, and he went into immediate, like, not crisis mode, but let me call the person above me, whether it be the GM or owner. I don't know who he called, but he's like, let me call someone above me, ask some questions, try to keep everybody calm, do this and that. But because of the training that our GM had already given us, even though the power doesn't go out a lot, it happened almost a year ago.
I think I was there for it.
Yeah. And so he put in processes like, hey, if it should happen again, do this, and this. So while the manager is, you know, running around trying to get a handle on this side,
Right.
me and the other bartender who had been there the longest, we already knew what to do. I was already starting off this, we had these lights that they bought that we could put up. They're like floodlights that just lit up the fucking room. So now we're safe in case anything happens. Everyone stayed calm. Power came back on. Night went on.
Sick.
Yeah. But it's only because we were fucking trained. Because the last time the lights went out, nobody knew what to do.
Yeah.
So here we have this new manager who he's freaking out, as he should, but because we already knew what to do and he was doing his part, by the time he got to us, we were already calm, like, yo, we're good. And the lights came on and he was just like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Just go back to the party.
Right.
But that could have went so much fucking worse.
Everybody was panicking. Yeah.
Yeah, so much worse.
Yeah.
And that's what I, meant earlier. Like, if you're gonna manage. This manager was new. This is new on the fucking docket for him. He's only been there for a couple months.
Right.
Like that, they don't cover that in training. Not in your initial training.
Nah.
But because the processes were already put into place and the team was already trained, the rest of his team was like, even though it hasn't happened in a while. Nah,
this is what we do.
Either we've been through it or we know other people here have been through it because we heard the stories and we know we're good. And then the guests, it was just a blip on the radar for them.
Yeah.
You could have lost hundreds of fucking dollars
Yeah.
from people not knowing what they're doing or not doing it right.
Yeah.
So that's why, we get so passionate about these things as far as managing, as far as setting up the process, as far as making sure everything's being done the right way. It is important because when an emergency happens, you don't want to lose all that money.
Yeah.
Like that place did.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say like, oh, well, if, they're telling us it's going to be a couple hours, let's just shut it down for a couple hours.
Yeah. They were just like,
come back at this time.
They just paid us to go and kick it at IHOP for a while.
It's so much cheaper than keeping the lights on.
Yeah.
Keeping everything else on. And you clocked in.
Yeah.
And telling you to come back.
Yeah.
And after you come back, now you got to shift and hand off to the team coming in.
All I'm doing
so
is
much labor.
I'm coming back in just to set up the bar, basically.
So much labor is lost on that, man.
And it was just kind of like, all right, cool. You could literally just call the night team, tell them to come in like an hour or two earlier, and they just run the night.
Easily.
Yeah. But like they kept us on standby pretty much. I clocked in at like 9:55. We didn't get back in there until like 12:45. So it ended up being like 2 hours.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Go home.
Yeah.
Nah. It's like, nah.
Well, that's the thing. So I had called her, the manager that was on that day. Also, Sundays, because it's so slow, they give it to the newer managers that don't really know, that are just like kind of learning.
Shifts.
Yeah. And so she's still kind of learning how to manage and all that type of stuff. And then she deals with that and like she's stressing out, but like trying to keep a calm face, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, it doesn't really make sense for me to stay around here in downtown. I'm going to leave.
Yeah.
And so I was on my way out. And then I learned from like somebody else, like, oh, they actually are opening up now. And so me and my coworker, my other bartender coworker, we were able to take a Louis, just having mimosas. And, and we were just looking at each other, was like,
You got to have a mimosa during the crisis.
during the crisis, like, yo, blast radius, fuck it, we're here. But I think literally it was our kind of accountability for like our night team. It was like, we don't want them to have to come in and start from scratch and square one. So it was like, cool. Even though we had already told her like, yo, we're in the wind for the day. Like you guys need to figure it out. We were like a block away. It was like, all right, I might be a little loosey goosey, but I'm gonna come back in here and I'm gonna set this bar up and get you guys set up for the night. And so it worked out, but yeah, it definitely was a little annoying.
And could have been done better.
Yeah, but like,
Speaking of doing better, though,
who's doing
one
better?
of us is doing really
Who's doing
good
better?
lately, especially after Thanksgiving.
Who's doing better?
Dog, this one guy, he did this Twitch stream with Deborah Wilson
What? What?
It was literally a week ago.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
That's honestly crazy to think how much has happened in
a week.
those 7 days.
In a
It
week,
was all
bro.
good
It's
just a week
wild.
ago, and now it got
Yeah,
better.
it's wild. So let's rewind a little bit. When I was asked how was my Thanksgiving, and I said it was nothing major. So yeah, for those of you that know and were there, appreciate all you that were. For those that weren't, it's on YouTube. Go watch it. Yeah, Deborah Wilson came back, and for those that know, I also stream on Twitch. Check it out. Twitch.tv/Douglas Coffee.
You talk really low when you're at work.
I talk low when I'm at work.
Yes, dude. You were like super. I thought you were
Yeah.
doing an ASMR
I thought it was
thing.
a bit the whole
Yeah,
time.
but like, this is really how you operate.
Just kidding. God, that's the sound bit I wanted to play.
Yeah.
But, oh well, technology. Anyways, yeah, she came back, hung out on stream on Sunday, which again, appreciate her so much because her Sundays are very sacred to her. So
Yeah.
I was very grateful for her to do that, and it was cool that she was enthusiastic about it. She's like, "Nah, I wanted to be here. I made a promise, but I was also looking forward to it." And that's the part that stuck out to me. She's like, "I was looking forward to it,"
Yeah.
and it fucking showed, and it was cool. Like we were there, for like the first hour or whatever. It was just me and her hanging out, and then Scrappy Chris and Nando joined in for the Star Wars segment, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was cool.
fun.
Again, we'll watch it. It's on my YouTube.
Yeah.
Douglas Coffee, or on my Twitch, Douglas Coffee, same thing. And it was great. She was supposed to only be there for 2 hours and ended up staying for like another hour and a half, 2 hours maybe.
Yeah, it was around 2 hours.
It was a 5
by
hour
the time
stream.
she left the house, it had been almost 5
Yeah,
hours.
it was a 5 hour stream,
Yeah.
and it's funny because that last like 2 hours was her looking for this photo. So I'm thankful
Yeah,
that she
that
couldn't
shit was
find it.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. She's
It
like,
was-
I'm gonna find this photo.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and she did eventually find it, so it was cool. So, anyways, the next few days I just started just taking all that content, started cutting it up, and started posting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. I posted a clip after I'd woken up, 11 a.m. All right, cool. I'm just gonna send this out there. Don't care, whatever. And then go to the gym, do what I gotta do, come downstairs, start cooking, start prepping for our guests that we're gonna have over. And then I've got a little break, so I'm like, let me just see how it's doing. I open it up, I'm like, oh shit, it's at 12K. I'm like, oh fuck. I showed Chris, or I showed Nando, Marilyn. I was like, look at this shit, look, or
it was
Ruby.
me, you, Marilyn, and Ruby.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it's fucking blowing up. And then, other thing, I started with 98 followers Thursday morning.
Yeah.
So then, whatever, continue cooking and shit. Check an hour later, I'm like, holy fuck, it's at 25. And then, so seeing comments, I'm just replying to the comments, trying to drive that engagement. By the time Chris got there, it was like 40 something. By the end of the night, it was like at 80K. Woke up the next day, it had broke 100K, and like my followers had jumped. Today, because since Thursday, I posted like 2 more after. I've been posting like daily at the same time just for, consistency, because that's how the algorithm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, Thursday, I started at 98 followers. Today, right now at this recording, I am at 1,057 followers with 121.8K likes total on my whole page. That first one is sitting at 434K, almost 500,000. The one after that is sitting at 432. And then the other one is sitting at 156. And then, so they're just going up, man. I've got 2
Some
on there
million
at
plays.
almost
Up and
It's a
away.
million plays.
I got 2 on there that are almost half of them. That's crazy. I went viral
Yeah.
off of that, and it's
And not an STD.
all right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy because I've been trying to break that fucking app, and it took a Jedi Master to show me the way
Yeah.
and lead me there to get to the point that I needed to get to. So big thank you to Deborah Wilson, Big D Dubs,
D-dubs.
D Dubs. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So I just been trying to drive that engagement to our podcast, and there's people that have been asking like, oh, like where can I? Because I've mentioned it too. Like,
Right.
if you want more, we also did a podcast with it. Like, come check it out. And some people are like, oh yeah, cool, I want to check this out.
I mean, I hear a lot of like really positive feedback about that episode, of course, but yeah, it was just one of those things that was really dope to be a part of
Yeah.
because we knew that everything she had to say was going to be very impactful for other people.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was also really dope because on that same day, one of my favorite artists, Juice WRLD, dropped his last posthumous album that same day. And on the first song, one of the first bars is "Let the Party Start," and that's what it kind of felt for me too. I'm like, oh shit, let the party start, because that's like this. It felt like kind of the beginning. I got to a point now where I have somewhat of a following. I can put shit out and pursue like my own personal venture while also coupling that with the industry perspective.
Yeah.
And it was really cool, man. I got a little bit emotional about it listening to the album and just listening to everything. I'm like, damn, this it just feels because the name of the album was "The Party Never Ends," and it starts with "Let the Party Start." And I was like, it was just this whole thing, and I'm like, this is so dope. Like Deborah Wilson, Jedi Master, favorite artist, first line. It was just this whole thing, man. It was really cool. So I'm just, it was a great weekend. So there was not a single person that could fuck up my weekend, but also it was kind of slow. So not that they could, but it was great. It was great. Just going into every day into work, I was like, you can't tell me shit.
I am so happy for you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Genuinely, I'm so happy because
cool.
I know how hard you work
Thank
on like your streaming services and your content and stuff.
Yeah.
And so to like hear the success that you're starting to have and like building and growing and cracking it is like, it's really dope to hear.
And like
And
it's
I love
definitely when you compare it to like other content creators who, you know, miles ahead of me, I'm like, that's cool. I'm happy for them. But for me, I'm like, this is big for me.
Yeah.
But that's the
1,000
point.
something
1000%.
is nothing to like others, but like for me, like I've been happy the whole time. When I hit 1,000 on Sunday, and I was just like looking at it, and then I texted him, called my girlfriend, and I was like, "Oh, I finally hit 1,000." I'm like, look. It was pretty cool. Texted my mom. I was like, "Look, I hit 1,000." Like I was just really happy. Like 1,000 may not seem like nothing, but for me, this is great. I'm grateful for all of it and all the love that people have been sending to Deborah and myself. Like a lot of the people there came for her to see all that, and it's cool. But a lot of people too were also saying how like this is so dope. Oh man, thank you for putting this out. And so like they're also thanking me for. I'm like, hey, I'm just a guy that got lucky and just, you know, doing what I got to do, and I just put this out there. I'm glad you guys like it. So yeah, like it's been really cool. So
Yeah.
it was awesome.
And you got to celebrate your wins, man. You know?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely. Yeah.
So for anyone out there who like, well, I wouldn't say that because anyone who's listening to us right now is pretty much a fan at this point. So they're not going to feel any kind of negative feelings towards you for sharing that. It's just one of those things of we are 127 episodes into this podcast, and it has always been free, always will be free, but it's not free to us.
Hell no.
It takes
Yeah.
a lot of money. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like us being in a venue like this, it comes from fostering those relationships, you know, fostering those relationships. I want to make sure I say that into the mic. You got to foster a relationship. You got to actually get to know someone and talk to them and not
Connect
just be,
with them, and they have to reciprocate that, because that stream wouldn't have happened had you and Deborah not connected like
Right.
that,
Yeah.
like you did, and just right off rip, like you guys were like, boom,
Had
yes,
genuine energy.
I read good energy from you, yes to everything, and that's what she said on the stream too. She was like, it was never a no, it was always a yes.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and she read that same energy from me, and so it's really cool when you put in the work. And like I've always said, like it's definitely a lot of luck, but if you stay ready, you don't got to get ready. And we were ready. I was ready, and it shows on that stream. Like it wasn't really any dead air there. Like we were just constantly engaging. It was always something. So yeah, I could have done that, but been completely unprepared had I not, you know, previously done podcasting with Caesar, and then here, like, yeah, I could have just been like, so what's your favorite character? But it was just like, oh, so out of all the characters you've done, you know, which one do you prefer the most? Or so, and people that were engaging in the chat, they're like, oh, what's your favorite character? This and that. So it was just
Right.
just being ready. It's that skill.
Yeah.
It's that skill. So
Yeah.
yeah, it is a lot of luck, right place, right time. But if you're not ready for it, then
Yeah. It'll
Luck-
pass
you ain't got the skill. You can be as
luck
lucky as
is
you want.
where skill and preparation meet. Period.
1,000%.
If you are not skilled and prepared, I don't care how lucky you are, you will fall flat on your fucking face.
Every time.
Everyone's just waiting for that. They want that Cinderella story of, oh, I just get scooped up and I'm a star. No, it's they saw something in you.
Right.
And the majority of the time, as Deborah said on his stream, she said, you don't see all the things I don't get.
Yeah.
You don't see all the things I work for that never materialize.
Right.
You have to do the work. You have to do the preparation. People see bartenders, they see, you know, servers, people within the industry see a manager and they see bar managers and they want to make a program, and they don't do the work to actually learn how to create a real functioning bar program, or learn how to really manage a venue, or you manage a small venue, but you don't learn what it takes to manage a big box venue.
Yeah.
And you think you can handle it. It's luck. Yeah, luck exists, but I will always firmly believe that it is where skill and preparation meet. It is you putting in the time, putting in the effort, putting in the energy. Time, motivation, and energy.
Luck can
Those are
open the
three
door,
things.
but you have to be able to walk through it. And,
Right.
Yeah.
And you
You
got to
gotta be
pop
able to
out
walk
and
through
show.
it. You got to be able to fucking recognize it. What?
What was that?
Nothing. So you got to pop
Pop
out
out and
and,
show
Oh,
people.
people.
you know,
Ninja.
step outside.
He said it on his story last night.
No, I didn't.
For
you
those-
gotta,
for
you gotta.
those who were paying
You should
attention.
follow Douglas _coffee to hear him actually
Yeah,
finish that
he said
line.
it on. He said it on his
did
story.
say
with with
He
the
said
attention
it.
I got online, I'm definitely not saying it. Absolutely not. Not happening.
missed it.
Shut up!
You
I'm just trying
missed
to
it.
drive traffic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it depends on how much people want to give me money to say it.
Hey.
I'm ready to sell out. I've said
Oh,
this many
damn,
times.
I'm
I'm ready to
selling
sell
like
out.
I want to see that
I'm
as
ready
a
to
homeless
sell out.
person's fucking card. We'll say the N word for money.
I'm ready to sell out.
Jesus.
These are jokes, by the way. None of this is true. Maybe.
Skill preparation, all of that.
What?
Thing.
Skill preparation and all
Oh.
of that. Thank you, sir. I'm trying to tee up.
Jesus Christ, man.
God damn.
No, I was like, yo, you get that? We're going to continue talking. You start getting this thing ready. I thought I was trying to make a seamless, like, hey, we got this. You start doing. Jeez Louise, man. I'm trying to produce in real time,
Bro, it was, I mean, you were there. You saw what I was doing.
Yes, I saw it.
Man, motherfucker gets a little bit of virility and you
know what I
can't listen
mean?
to nobody.
Yeah, no virility, virality.
There's a difference.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of
Well,
difference.
if you get a little bit of virility, you definitely ain't listening to nobody.
all the blood is just going in the opposite direction.
Can't hear you.
Yeah.
My ears don't work.
Yeah,
It's not even blood.
Yeah.
No blood up there. Sorry. I am
What am I
done.
showing here?
yeah.
Which one?
No,
Is it under topics and
Show
content?
topics.
Show
It should be
topics.
the very first one up there
um,
because
This
this video.
yeah.
This one?
No,
No.
that is not it.
It's content. It's show. Yeah.
Oh no, not show topics. Show content.
Content,
Topics
yeah.
content.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Wait, did we talk about
This one
how the
here.
Thanksgiving weekend was for you guys?
We did.
We did.
enough.
Oh,
Yeah,
we gotta
that's
close
enough.
this
I
out.
mean, it was slow everywhere. Everybody's out of town. It is what it is. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
that's. I don't think we gotta like milk that shit.
yo, it's
Oh, this I've seen this video so many fucking. Wait, this one right here or the one under?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
this guy?
Yeah,
I've seen that video so many.
I know, but
fucking
they might not have. And this is someone, and that's the point. This is someone who went viral
Let me make sure
because they had no skill and they had no preparation.
Oh, now I forget what it is.
And it happened to such a degree.
this one?
Not that one.
No. I'm just checking to make
thank
sure
you.
the
I love
sound is
this
on.
one. A lot of my friends like this one too. Shout out to Erica. She came in and was like,
Hold on, I
quoting
gotta
it
check
for
to make
me.
sure the
She was
sound's
like, I love that one. Even because I said, I captioned it, I said, I'm either slapping the mint or I'm slapping you.
These are your options.
Yeah, because
one.
for those of you who don't see, I still love that one.
You got to explain these.
I know.
as
I'm
you
just
talk
saying.
about them.
Honestly, let's just use all of this. Or are
Yeah.
you not recording?
Probably.
Were you recording, P? Were you recording your screen right now? We could have used that.
All right.
We
Cool.
could have used that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. No, it was It was a video of someone making a cocktail and there's a guest sitting in front of them at the bar. And so they finish the cocktail and they go to garnish it. And as they reach down to grab the garnish, the guest just grabs the drink and goes to hand it over. So then they look up and they just go and smack the shit out of them. And the garnish was mint. So I was like, I'm either slapping the mint or I'm slapping you.
Bro.
Yeah, that's that slap right there.
I actually have physically slapped somebody's hand at my
I've done it before.
because like it's because on our our thing, the person on the smaller side of the wood, they take the standing order, which sounds like it's just what you do, like that's your thing. But at our bar, it's like a whole ordeal because like I'm taking care of this, I'm taking care of like the standing order, I might be picking up a few tickets, and so it's just a lot. And usually Saturday night, that person that's coming up for the standing order is just the most impatient person because they just like, I'm waiting for a table and so like I've gotten your drink ready, but I'm still like, I'm handling the rest of your drinks. If it's still in front of me, I haven't crossed the threshold to put it in front of you, and homie reaches across, and I literally just like, and he was just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, you weren't, I was like, I'm not done yet. I'll put it in front of you when it's ready for you. And I just went back to finishing the drink.
Wow.
But question, real quick before we get to it, when you guys are making a drink, at what point of the drink making process do you make the garnish? Or
so before I say that, I have to tell my story of slapping a hand. So mine was, this is when I lived in Seattle.
I'm gonna use a bathroom.
And there was a group of girls who came in, and they, all four of them ordered their drinks all at the same time.
Yeah.
So I made all four drinks at the same time, and so they see all four drinks. Now this particular place I worked in was club style at that time.
Gotcha.
So plastic cups or whatever. So they're just thinking like, oh, he made the drinks, we can just grab them. But I didn't have it on the way my bar top was, where it has like the bar top where you have your bar mats, kind of where I work now. But there's that secondary like trough kind of area where you have bar mats.
Yeah.
So I had the drinks down there. So they weren't even up to where it made sense for them to grab them.
it, yeah.
And the girl grabbed the drinks, and I hadn't garnished them yet. And she just started grabbing the drinks and pulling them away. And then when she reached in, like, I don't know if she was reaching for a garnish or maybe she hadn't grabbed her last drink. I don't remember. But whatever. Oh, no, she went to grab a napkin after grabbing the drinks. Because I remember saying to myself, I was like, oh, she grabbed a napkin second. Like, I'd already put napkins out, but whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is my opportunity. I wasn't ready for the first one. So when she reached back in, I fucking smacked her hand. Didn't know it was her birthday. But I got her number and I smacked them cheeks later.
That's what I'm saying. Yo,
So
that was the first smack of very many.
It had a happy ending, man. It had a happy ending. I grabbed the garnishes at the end. Always.
At the very end.
At the very end. Because garnish is the last step. Because if you try to garnish a drink before you've actually finished making it, you can fuck up the garnish.
That's crazy that people actually do that.
Well, no, it's not that I do that. What I noticed,
you do that?
No.
Oh.
I don't do. I put the garnish on. It's the last thing I put on the drink. But if it's something I need to make, like because you guys pre-peel your oranges.
Oh,
we peel it as we are making, like per to order. Yeah, but like I need to. What I've realized is if I make a drink and now I need to go the process of I need to peel the orange, we're supposed to cut it to a certain shape and all that. If I do all that after the drink is made, the guest is now looking at me and they're getting very impatient because they're like, my drink is made, why am I still waiting on it? And so I've started to do a thing where like as much of the garnish as I can do before I actually finish the drink or start stirring, like let's say an old fashioned, I'll try to have that ready just because I notice getting the garnish ready after the drink is ready, they are so fucking impatient and they just get annoyed with you.
How long does it take to do the garnish?
It doesn't take long, but it's just like I have to peel it and then now I need to cut it. We have to cut it into a parallelogram and then I know, bro. And then put it in the drink. Yeah. It's and then I have to espresso it too and all that.
Why do you need shapes?
Bro, it's weird.
It's not kindergarten.
It's not kindergarten, but like make us like all of our orange.
What about a rhombus?
Oh,
That's literally you're like, no, I have to angle it before I peel.
Yeah.
Why?
Bro.
The guest does not care.
They don't
peel
care.
a big slice and then cut it.
No, they wanted a parallelogram.
No. We peel it and then we cut it because it's like it's a rectangle with
that would be
two
fucking
angles.
hard as hell to do if you had to angle it a certain way.
Yeah. It's possible, but
It's possible.
It's not. It's just.
I do it on accident all the time.
It's not.
I just don't want to have to do it
It's
on
not
purpose.
practical.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah,
it's not
possible,
practical.
but not practical.
But either way, it takes extra time where like the guest is looking at me annoyed because the drink that is clearly made and done is not in front of them and they're not enjoying it. So I have to start the garnish before, and then then I can finally like kind of put it on there. But
if anybody knows what a parallelogram is, Sorry, I was trying to.
That
say that.
was
For those
the
of you-
blooper of the century.
For those of you
I
that know what a
fucking love that
parallelogram is, please let us know,
Oh,
and we'll
my
reward
God.
you with something.
Dog.
I know what
It
it
was
is.
the
He
point-
knows what it is. He knows what it is.
Yeah, like Peter
Do
Piper.
you know
pick
what
a
a
peck of piddle-
parallelogram is? Say that 5 times fast. All right.
Nope.
Parallelogram.
All right, then.
Parallelogram.
Fast.
Sir,
What's
so
fast?
speaking of
Fast.
garnishes,
Yeah.
this person's drink making was the garnish,
Boom.
in my opinion. And that is how I choose to segue to this clip.
Segue.
Roll it.
Wait, I'm gonna start it over. Sorry, because I didn't feel like it was completely okay. Ready?
That's fair.
I don't know why it stopped playing the sound. There we go. I don't know why it's not playing the sound.
It's the Wi-Fi.
Oh, probably.
It's got to be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right, let's do this correctly one more time.
Now I want to see the other.
All right, Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Good old Wi-Fi. What we can do is just put this video in later.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's working.
He looks like he.
What, sir? What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna put my phone closer. Maybe that's why.
I want to see this until let it happen.
Uh-oh. What?
I feel that way every time it's slow
Yes.
and then a bunch of people walk in all at
'Cause
once.
I can't transition from slow traffic to
Yo,
really
Large
crazy
party
big
with
traffic.
everyone else showing up, I'm good. Large
Yeah.
party when there's no one, that's problems.
Powerful.
2.1 million. That's more than you. Yeah, for now, you're right. Give him a couple days. What was that for? He was like,
It's like, look at me do it. One-handed pour. Dude.
that's.
Yeah, man.
I just. The only thing I'm upset about is that I never got to see the finished product.
I don't know what he's going for.
Yeah, but if you see when the video stops,
He's just shaking his head.
He's grabbing the other glasses,
Yeah.
but they're falling over as he's grabbing them.
Yeah.
And that is someone who knew that they could go viral, but they weren't prepared.
They were-
He's
And
not
they
even
didn't
moving
have the
fast. He's
skill.
just
Yeah.
shaking his head. He really was just shaking his head. He was just like,
Yeah. But like he's moving at a very normal
That
pace.
he was making the drinks like a typewriter. He's like,
Yeah.
he thought he was moving fast, but really, yeah, he was moving at normal speed, not 2 times speed.
No, he was moving at half speed because he was fucking everything up.
This was
And his finger was in the damn cup.
this was him. He was just
Finger
like
was in everything.
This was him. He was just like
Pause.
this. He was just like
I'm gonna try that this weekend. I'm gonna see how it goes
Bro.
for me.
it'll make people think you're
Shake
moving
your head more than the drink.
Yeah.
The drink comes out warm as fuck. Like you ain't even shaking
Bro,
it.
this
This is him. He was just like
It's weird because watching you, it looks like I'm watching a video with 2 speeds going on at the same
that's
time.
what was happening.
And I'm just like, what is happening here?
Oh man!
please.
All right. Well, that feels like a good place to end it.
It
as any.
does. I
No, wait,
thought
there
we-
was something you were gonna say after. Oh, you brought up the Thanksgiving weekend. Never mind.
Oh yeah. No, we're done.
I think we did it.
Yeah. No,
I think that's it. We did.
I think we landed that plane.
we're gonna end this show as flat as that glass cocktail was. Because all of the carbonation was out of that soda before he poured it. He was
Yeah.
it
Oh
just
no,
was like, he
dude.
was like, "Shh! Why did you pour it over?" If that
and he
was
spilled the
dry,
glass,
I
too,
wasn't
like you
dry. I see
said.
He touched it with his hand.
No. Yeah.
So I want to know what was in there.
I want to know what the final product was supposed
That's
to
what
be.
I mean.
Yeah.
Can someone send us the final product? I don't know because I'm not going to search for it.
Yeah, no.
It's just going to bug me.
I think they stopped recording because he just made a disaster, and they're like, "Well, we saw the cutoff point. Let's just cut it off there." And post
Oh
that."
yeah, it was like it didn't actually end well.
or
But-
maybe security walked up and was like, "No more recording."
True. All right.
Cheers.
Y'all. Cheers to the staff, guys.
To the staff.
Remember, like
Everybody.
and subscribe.
I'm viral.
bitches.
Subscribe to my shit.